Can I ask you anything else? Your background?
My name is Mahhjat. I was a slave once, but those days are gone. Now I have a good job here, helping Fari run the store.
Look, I get what's going on. Mahhjat is having kind of a good time. As far as Mahhjat is concerned, those days are gone. And that's a good thing. But what worries me a little bit is that Mistress Fari outside is quite smitten with Mahhjat, it sounds. And you know what she told me? This was the first thing she told me, she said, don't think about it, it's fine, but he is technically still my slave. When we had last left the Nerevarine, their adventures around Turjulan seemingly came to a close, at least for now, as they gathered a whole bunch of incredible reagents for an incredible hunger that was hungry, a hungry hunger that hoped to serve an incredible dish, and the dish turned out to be none other than the Nerevarine. And so they slew him, met with some scamps who were chilling, and one of whom was running away. They were persecuted. For what? Who could say? They did battle with 1,000,000 ghosts and failed to get inside of some sort of force field ghost fence barrier. Now they found themselves traveling further eastward, perhaps to Darvonis, and beyond. But maybe not so much. We'll see. This is The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Tamriel Rebuilt. This is Morrowind Mondays. Welcome back. Zoop, zoop. There we are. Now also, as we're here at the start, apologies. I posted about this elsewhere on Blue Sky mentioning, but may as well say it here for posterity's sake, that this is the only video I'm doing for today because it is a holiday in the United States today. Not so much because I'm like doing anything particularly wild or whatever, but I'm just kind of tired. I'm just kind of tired because of the holiday, right? I made hamburgers earlier and I got up maybe a little bit earlier than I should have, right? There's nothing amazing, but so too is there nothing bad happening. We're just not going to do an Oblivion or Avowed video tonight because I'm getting a little sleepy and maybe a little delirious. But that isn't stopping Morrowind Mondays. It's going to take a lot more than that to make Morrowind Mondays halt for one day of the week. So, also, general viewer... Well, okay, let me rephrase this. A gentle viewer wrote in who goes by the username, or a username that I can only describe as J42. It's a lot more complicated than that, but this is their name as far as I'm concerned. And they wrote in saying that indeed, the 16 tomes or tones of Padhome or Padome that we had found actually contains a secret inside of it. So let's take a quick peek here. There we go. Oh, it is a magical scroll. Oh yeah, of course. It's all in Daedric. Oh. A Kalan Gartok Padome. Is this Aliad? What is this? Is this like old El Nofe? This is probably the secret right here. Look at this. They were playing Wordle. Whoever wrote this scroll invented Wordle. My God. Yeah, I don't think I can decipher this, at least certainly not today, but perhaps not ever. I'm not sure if I'm capable of deciphering this. I don't know the Daedric alphabet by hand off the top of my head. I don't know it. Whatever it is, this has got to be the secret right here. Maybe you don't even need to know it. Well, nah. God, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, I don't think we're gonna do that. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. I could just look it up. God, should I try looking it up? Well, no. Maybe I'll put it off and I'll try and solve it at some later date. Right? Maybe I'll try that. Right? How fun could it be to try and solve it at least once, right? At least once I will do an earnest and honest attempt at deciphering it. You know, I'll give it one honest to God, super duper, full heart, full effort attempt. But today's not that day. Now also, I did mention that I did want to keep heading further east into more older Tamriel Rebuilt areas, right? Where stuff has been around for quite some time. You know, and they've also made allusions to the idea that they might, and are, maybe not might, but are certainly going to do some updates to some of it and get it up to snuff with what is currently in the newer areas further westward, right? Of which some of these newer areas we don't even have here on my map. Anyway, in spite of that, people have said, several folks have written in saying that I should probably go back to Elmisthur and do the temple there, right? I should probably do that. And as well, I have Mages Guild stuff to do with soul gems, I think it was. Which, you know what? Maybe we should. Maybe we ought to do that before we head further eastward. But for now, let us look around Darvonis, no? Let's see. What all should we look at here? Fari Nearness Trader? Hello? I don't know you. What do you want? Tell me your background. My name is Fari Nearness. I'm a local girl. Yeah, local Dunmer girls in my area. In my small ramshackle swamp village. Right here. Okay. Your words, they make me feel, well, special. My God. Okay. How about services? You can find some things here for sale out in the open air stall, and Mahhjat has inside, deals with the rest of the goods. If you're looking for other services, then the Windbreak Hostel is really the only other place in town. What's your trade? I'm the owner of the town's trade house. I've got help in the form of Mahhjat. So he runs the store and I work the stall. Who's Mahhjat? He's my associate. I suppose technically he's still my slave? Oh no! Oh no. But I think we've both grown tired of that charade. Haha, no. I've very much grown to like Mahhjat. Okay, maybe this isn't so bad. He has a good head for business and is very loyal. We get along just fine. Okay. Fari, hold that thought. We need to talk to Mahhjat. Mahhjat, is it true? Mahhjat, you can tell me anything. Is she a psychopath? Or is everything as cool as she's making it sound?
Will the Dark Elf help a poor Khajiit?
Sure, yeah, what's up? Tell me about Fari first.
Fari is outside at our stall.
Can I admire you any? I can? There we are. Okay, help a poor Khajiit?
Mistress Fari wanted me to send 7 bottles of Plalo Vineyard wine to the cruel Charna Gramol at the Windbreak Hostel. Mahhjat did not notice that the bottles he put in delivery were spoiled wine. Mahhjat is scared of Charna and her nasty temper. She may even try to kill me. Please, you must help me.
Okay, I will help you. Not at the moment. Sure, I will help you.
Thank Thank you so much. Here are the bottles Mahhjat was meant to deliver. Find out where Shana has the other bottles and replace them. Bring the spoiled wine back to Mahhjat, but make sure that Shana does not know what we are doing. Now go with haste.
Okay. Can I ask you anything else? Your background?
My name is Mahhjat. I was a slave once, but those days are gone. Now I have a good job here, helping Fari run the store.
Mahhjat doesn't... Look, I get what's going on. Mahhjat is having kind of a good time, right? Mahhjat doesn't recognize that he's a slave anymore, right? As far as Mahhjat is concerned, those days are gone. And that's a good thing. But what worries me a little bit is that Mistress Fari outside is quite smitten with Mahhjat, it sounds. And you know what? She told me... Mahhjat, you know what she told me? Actually, you know what one of the first things that she told me was... is that you're still technically her slave. Now, I know she's not holding that over your head or anything, but Mahhjat, I need you to hear me. Hear me out here, bud. I know I've done some fucked up things before in the past regarding slavery. I'm Great House Lalu after all. But I need you to recognize this was the first thing she told me she said, don't think about it, it's fine, but he is technically still my slave. Mahhjat, it all might be fine. It all could be water under the duck, you know? It may be smooth ducks from here on out. But you need to just tread a little carefully just in case. Just in case. I will help a poor Khajiit, as I've said.
Mahhjat is grateful for your help.
How about more about you, Mahhjat?
Yes?
Okay, how about spoiled wine?
You must bring me the spoiled wine, quickly.
Okay, how about a rumor?
I hear rumors that Khajiit slaves have occasionally been seen with cloaked figures in the wilderness around here. Perhaps some kind of abolitionist network. It bothers me not. I am perfectly well suited here.
Okay. How about a secret? Okay, I think this is just a... Oh, no, wait, maybe not. Her. That's very Khajiit, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the piety of the Indoril. They keep slaves like any of the Dunmer aristocrats. When I was sold, it was not by the Trace, but by an Indoril merchant. Although, perhaps that is why I am not a broken shell like some of those I have heard of in the southern plantations. And even then, when it was still official, Fari was a kind mistress. These small mercies, Dark Elf?
I guess it's telling how fucking deep I am into, like, how fucking much of these stupid-ass games, and probably Morrowind in particular, that I see the text, her, I'm like, oh, that's what Khajiit say. Right? This is what Khajiit say.
Others of my kind are not so fortunate here in Morrowind.
About your trade?
I help Fari keep things ship-shape in this shop. I take care of most of the financial matters, too.
And services?
I'm running the store here for Fari. She's outside and can sell you some things from our special collection there.
Okay, barter. Do you have anything of particular interest to me? I don't think you do. Okay, well, I will help you. Let's head on out here. Fari. Alright, yeah, maybe it's all fine. Tell me latest rumors. In recent years, we've seen more and more smugglers coming in from Vardenfell. The quarantine, you see, makes ebony doubly valuable on the black market. Oh. Little advice? Charna Gramol has a fierce temper. Even if she doesn't show it, she'll only take it out on Gerton later. Little secret? Ashiams are hard to come about outside of Vardenfell or the Armun. I have a few here, and alchemists are always eager to get their hands on them. Apparently, they can make you smart and strong. Oh, yeah, that's very true. Ashiams are very, very good. Yep. Okay. Well, you don't have anything too wild. You do have Ashiams, though. Is she implying that she is part of a smuggling ring, then? And that's how she got the Ashiams? She just told me that there's more and more smugglers, you know? And she just told me that it's really hard to get Ashiams. Like, I don't know. Maybe if these bits of dialogue were a bit further apart, I wouldn't have thought anything of it, but I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Do you know anything, Erle?
Now's the time to talk.
You wanting to trade? Tell me about Darvonis. This is my present shop. I'm making my way north to Helnham. They have a reputation for a good market there, which I'd like to see for myself. I'd wager it can't match the market in Narcissus. Now that's impressive. Oh shit, they're teasing. Okay, some people do know of how impressive the market in Narcissus is, but alas, I must wait. My trade. I'm a traveling merchant. I pick up some wares, take them with me, and set up shop wherever I feel so inclined. Your services? What you see here, you can buy. Except the robe off my back, everything I own is for sale. That is the way of a merchant. Never get in the way of business. Someone in particular? I know there's another trader in town, right across the street in fact, but my goods won't be here forever, so there's greater incentive for the locals to buy. What do you have? Oh, Tuville's Windblade. Oh my god, it's amazing! Oh my god, you're right, it really is good! What the fuck? Why is it so good? Fortify attack 2 to 10 points. Fortify fatigue 10 to 30. Sanctuary 10 to 20. All for 30 seconds. And it only costs 5 hundo? Okay. Lock splitter scroll, 5th barrier. Sure. Yeah, that actually is quite good. Okay. Well, good talk. Let's head on in here. So where do we get this stuff from? What did I write? I met a Khajiit named Mahhjat who told me that he mixed up an order from Charna Gramol, the owner of the Windbreak Hostel, so that she bought 7 bottles of spoiled Plalo Vineyard wine. He wants me to go to the Windbreak Hostel and replace the 7 spoiled wine with some normal Plalo Vineyard wine. I accepted Mahhjat's offer. I should probably head to the Windbreak Hostel. Did they give me the wine? Yeah. Okay. Should I tell Charna? I don't think so. Let's see. What are you,
Looking for a warm meal or a comfortable bed? I can fix you up.
How about Mahhjat?
That layabout of Fari nearnesses? Waste of space, if you ask me.
Okay, what about
Yes,
Gerton
friend.
back here?
Oh, I'm cooking right now. Speak to Charna. She's the one in charge.
Okay. Well, let's head on down here. Can swap this out. Oh, wine crate. Oh, okay. Spoiled such wine. Okay. Yeah, there are 7 instances of it. Okay. I've opened the crate which Charna keeps her wine in, and only found 6 bottles of spoiled wine. I should take the spoiled wine and leave 6 of the good bottles in the crate. Mahhjat might know where the 7th bottle went. Oh. Okay. Look, in my defense, I said I was tired. Okay. Good. Okay. And then over here. Great. Let's head on out this way. This isn't like screwed up my stats on a more permanent basis, has it? I think we're fine, right? Yeah, I think we're fine. That's not it right there, is it?
Yes, friend.
No, okay. Sure. Let's head on out. And then let's head over to Mahhjat. Mahhjat, I got bad news, dude.
Welcome, liar schnub.
Let's see. About that spoiled wine. Oh shit, I was supposed to actually bring it here. Wait, why do you want it? Shit. I drank it, dude. Fuck. Okay. What would you want to do with it? I mean, sure, yeah, you could also say the same of me. Why would I drink it? Right? Sure, that's a fair question. Let's fucking quick load. Okay. Good. Let's take all these. Okay. Up and over here. Okay. This time for real.
I thank you for bringing these bottles, but there are only 6 here. If you only found 6, then I think that means that China has sold 1 bottle of the red wine. Hurry, find out who has it and bring it to me.
Okay. Well, shit, dude. Mahhjat came to the conclusion that one of Charna's guests bought the 7th bottle of spoiled wine. I should hurry to find out who it is. Oh god, it's probably this fucking annoying rich guy. It's probably the fucking most annoying one of all, right? He's probably in here like shitting his pants or something. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Hello.
What's this about?
Tertidius Penniless. Ugh, yes. Who are you? Another native? Let's see, can I persuade you? There we are. I noticed you had some interesting wine there on the table. And that it's spoiled. Spoiled? Are you serious? I was going to have the wine with my meal. I'm afraid it's the truth. I was only joking. Yeah, I'm afraid it's the truth. Alright then, here's your bottle, but don't think I won't complain to Chana about this. You can't say anything. I'm not going to forget this. Okay, well. What the fuck? Okay, well. Can I take it? I can't. Oh look, now I have another... Look, now there's 2 of them. They've duplicated. Maybe I should have just let him drink it and, like, shit himself to death. Charna? Look. Charna, I'm just getting ahead of things here. Right? There may have been a situation with some spoiled wine. And it's fine now. It's all been resolved. And if anything, it was my fault. It was my fault.
I already told you. Perfect wine in perfect condition, remember? Perfect condition. So there's no need to check.
Okay, well, I don't know what you told me.
Dunmer?
Let's head on out here.
Welcome, friend.
Mahhjat, I've got worse news.
Why did you tell Tertitius of the spoiled wine? Now Charna will surely find out about my mistake. Leave. I must prepare for Charna's visit.
Spoiled wine?
Charna will be very angry about this spoiled wine.
Mahhjat?
Poor Mahhjat.
Help a poor Khajiit?
Now poor Mahhjat can only wait for the dreadful Charna girl Maul.
Oh dear. So if I go back in, is she in here now? No. Let's see. I found that the buyer of the spoiled wine is Tertitius Penniless, and he agreed to swap it for a normal bottle. Unfortunately, he said that he'd tell Charna Grimmauld what happened. I should return to Mahhjat. Mahhjat was irritated that Charna would find out about his mistake.
Yes, Outlander, what may I do?
Let's see. Oh, I can ask about Mahhjat again. I heard about that little exchange of business with Mahhjat and the Windbreak Hostel, and I can tell you that I'll take care of it. Don't feel the need to interfere any longer. What? Is she gonna kill Charna? Wait, hang on. Wait. All right, listen, it's time to put your fucking money where your mouth is. Do you love Mahhjat or do you fucking love Mahhjat? Look, are you ready to defend Mahhjat from the wrath of Charna here? Uh-oh. I'm gonna ask you about the spoiled wine, Charna.
I'm going to teach that Khajiit a lesson he'll never forget.
May your battle show only victory, friend.
Okay, how about more on Mahhjat?
That stupid excuse of a merchant slave, I'll make sure he's dealt with. Don't you worry.
Can I persuade you and have you not do it? Okay. How about you, Gurdon?
Oh, I'm cooking right now. Speak to Charna. She's the one in charge.
Yes, friend.
Oh, dear. Okay, I'm gonna wait here an hour. He's still alive. Okay. Everyone's still alive. I think it's fine. Let's see, I'll wait a day. We'll see if anything updates or changes. They're still here.
Why is my...
Is someone going to die? No, I think it's fine.
He's a hard man, all right.
Okay, yeah, I think we're good. We maybe should go out into the wilderness, though, and investigate. The cloaked figures. Okay. Herta Melna's house. Hello, Herta Melna. Yes? I don't recall inviting you here. Yeah, I'm the Nerevarine. I just enter people's houses. How about a secret? Secrets are best kept just that. Secret. Your trade? I carry out my own business to my own ends. Nothing really of concern to strangers. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you're an abolitionist. Maybe not.
Impressive.
Ancestors in the Dunmer?
Suit you well.
She's got a dagger. But why wouldn't you want a dagger out here? She got a poop bucket, too. Over here. Danim Methis' shack.
Outlander.
The monomyth is what you're reading. You got a nice thing of soup or stew or whatever.
This is Darvonis, as good as it gets in Sundered Scar. You won't see civilization for a good walk in any direction from here.
How about someone in particular?
Yes, you did just see someone who looks exactly like me wandering outside in town. Don't worry about it. He's my twin brother. I always get funny looks when strangers blunder on in here.
Okay.
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
How about a specific place? You're the twin brother.
My brother and I live in these shacks here. Everyone else, well, you can find your way around for yourself, I'm sure.
Okay. Indral guard, you have nothing. This is the brother's shack, which I can actually just look through everything here. Let's see. Good. Salt rice, I'll eat that. Anything else good here? Some sujama. Alright. Stash this. Whoa! This shack is like super huge. Styerland shack. Who is Styerland? Oh, it's a lot smaller on the inside. You dropped a cloth napkin there. Okay. Got a spool of thread. What are you reading? Annotated Annuad. Hello, Styerland. What's your background?
You may call me Styerland.
Darvonis?
This is my town of residence, yes. You seem to find that quite hard to comprehend. I assure you it makes perfect sense to me.
What about your trade?
My trade is unimportant.
Is it really? I guess so. You won't tell me of it. What the fuck is going on in this town? Why is everyone a little fucking weird? Okay. Oh, look. Was this a stonemasons? Mythol Lolthnums. Hello? Oh, it's a shirtless man. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, you're making a little guy. What is that? What is that? Is that a little fucking Lord Dagon? Little Lord Dagon? Is that what is that? You got any other things in here? There. Oh, look, you've made all kinds of stoneware. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, cool. You got another one back there? No, I don't think so. Hello, Mythol?
A visitor? How unusual.
What's your background?
I am Mythol Lothnum, and I do a bit of sculpting work here in Darvonis.
What's your trade?
I'm a sculptor. I make pots, statues, and bricks, or whatever's needed, from the stone of Morrowind.
How about a specific place?
I'm trying to think of somewhere where you might have seen one of my works. Unfortunately, I think the biggest export of mine is bricks, and people would rather use more reliable sources than myself. Yes, let's just say I do it for the art.
I mean, look at you. You do. Whatever this little figure is, it's amazing. Oh God. Okay, let's get out of here. About this way. This is the hostel. Sure. Now, what's this building? Oh, Shelva's shack. And back this way. Should I pick into the shack? I kind of want to. It says I'm fine to do it right here in front of this person. Oh, I truly am. Oh god, it's spooky in here. There's a terrifying spider web land. Look, I said I was tired earlier. I said I was tired and delirious. You're welcome. Here it is. Okay. Basket full of food. I'm just gonna munch on them. Good. Fantastic. A cloth sack. Oh, a few big eggs. I'll take them. I mean, this person is dead, right? Or at least gone. They never come home. There's a giant cobweb. We're in the middle. Okay. Corks. Looks like they also have a alcoholism situation going on. Anything up top? Okay. Nope. There's some more booze around the back. Sure. Okay. Let's head on out. How about over here? Golos Maravu Shack. Oh, it's quite the substantial shack. Got legal basics in here too. Vardenfell's Epidemic. Corpus.
Outlander.
The Uprising in Almalexia. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hello.
And what do you require of the local hetman, Dark Elf?
What's your background?
I am Golos Merivu, an old resident of Darvonis, much loved by its people.
Tell me of Darvonis.
This is Darvonis, a very fine town. Things are very orderly and peaceful here.
Tell me a rumor.
Rumors breed dissent, Lyle Schnub. Darvonis is a nice, orderly town. Have no fear.
What the hell? What? What is going on here? How about some advice?
Always be respectful to your elders and betters, Sarah. It will serve you well.
How about your trade?
I am what I suppose would be called the local hetman, by general agreement of everyone in the village. Obviously, it's not truly official, but I think everyone can agree that I provide the moral support and wise guidance that people here need. Yes.
About services?
I make sure to keep an eye on what's going on in town, so I can tell you that much is the same as always. Fari Nearness runs a trader. Charna Gramol offers weary travelers and seafarers beds at her hostel. Oh, and there's some Redguard merchant out in town.
About someone in particular?
I'm really the most important mer in town here, though, of course, I wouldn't look to claim that that meant very much. But my role here is quite important, yes.
About a specific place?
From the shacks to the docks, I know every inch of this town, yes, I do.
Okay, well, fair enough. This also goes back outside. And who are you? Ravis Iraval. Okay. What's your deal?
If you're talking.
Hail, Dark Elf. Good hunting on the bog, in the bog.
What's your background?
Name's Ravis Iraval. I make it my aim to know every creek and gully in this forsaken bog.
Tell me about Darvonis.
The only settlement you'll find hereabouts. Makes for a good base for expeditions out west into the Scar.
How about a secret?
There's a hidden cave system out in the Scar, which will take you through the hills to the Alt Orethan near Meralag. I only made the trip through those tunnels once, though. Heard some sounds that did not sound welcoming, and enough to put me off of ever returning.
How about your trade?
I'm a scout and bounty hunter. I know the Sundered Scar well, and I can give you a little advice when it comes to dealing with its, less friendly residents. I make my living by selling the produce of my hunts. A slow and risky business, but profitable.
Tell me about the Sundered Scar.
That's where you are. Goes along the inner sea coast and provides a home for all manner of creatures.
You do training as well, Longblade, Athletics, and Block. Okay. About this house? Oh, this is yours. Okay. Maybe I can get away with this. Let's give it a shot. Oh, nope. Okay, let's reload that. Okay, and then over here. Oh. Eva Lori Shack. Oh, this one worked. Not sure if there is anything worthwhile or interesting in here. I am curious about the strange underground tunnels. They have like a spooky vibe going on. Daryl Drevin's shack. Yeah, a lot of the shacks are empty out here. Abandoned. Okay. How about this? Marcus Repress's shack. Gosh, I don't know if I can pick it in front of this guy. Oh, I can. Okay. Common ring. Whoa, 20 salt rice. I will eat all of them. 73 alchemy, just from eating. Okay, let's head on back out. Over here. Yulfgair Stone Eye Shack.
You're on your honor. Don't press your luck.
God, look at you. What are you from Blood Moon? From Soul Slime? Okay, hello. Ah, a visitor. Please, all are welcome to speak with me. What's your background? I'm Yulfgair Stone Eye. My background is of little importance. Tell me of Darvonis. A suitable location, but truly it is of little matter to me. I could live here, there, or anywhere, as long as there is quiet and the wash of the sea to sing me to sleep. How about the latest rumor? Things are ill at ease in the world. A calm before a greater storm pervades all. Some advice? Only through a watchful mind can you truly hope to deliver your own strengths and weaknesses. A secret. Ah, secrets. Little is secret before the eyes of the spirits. Remember that. Your trade? My trade is not one followed by many. I meditate on the nature of the self and soul, and observe the workings and wanderings of the world. I suppose you might call me a monk. When it comes to combat, I use my training in the unarmed arts, or blunt weapons, but normally it does not come to combat. Okay, well, good talk. Sure. And Aliyah Neru's shack.
What is it, Sarah?
Okay. Oh, you have nothing of interest at all. Alright. Well, I guess we've explored everywhere.
What's your problem?
Now, how about these cloaked figures? Out at night.
Under sun and sky.
Let's see.
We greet you warmly.
Maybe I should wait like 4 hours? I'll wait 5 hours. 9 p.m.? Should be late enough. Okay. Are there people out here? At night? Good God, it's tough to see. Do I have detect a person? Detect a key? Let's see, what about that one good help? Detect the animal. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do us any favors. Are there people out here in the swamps at night? Is it true? God, they must be out here somewhere. Bunch of scribs screaming in the middle of the night. There's a bit of a lake. I don't think they gave really any directions beyond the fact that they're somewhere out here. Right? Okay. Oh shit. Let me rebind my weapon. Okay. Take out this crab. Fantastic. I'm gonna eat it. Eat that crab meat. Okay. Let me pin my map. Yeah, I wonder if where they're at, maybe you can catch some torchlight or something in the middle of the night? Maybe? I don't know, though. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe not. And here's the Dwemer ruins that we've been at before. Okay, yeah, we may not be able to find what we're looking for. Huh. It might be that we need like a proper quest or something to go poking around and finding potential abolitionists out here. It does give me pause and makes me wonder just how much like twin lamp stuff is present here in the game as it exists. Oh, here's a ancestral tomb. Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's go in here real quick. Just in case. Is there anybody in here? Let's get this going. It's a little waterlogged in here. Can hear a ghost, I think. Cure disease potion. Coat of flowers all over the place. Cheap disease resist. Whole lot of crap all over. Okay. Actually, I have to go underwater for this bit. It does sound like there are ghosts or something. Oh shit, it's Dreg. Fortunately, I'm a dreg-killing machine, dude. Let's resurface here for air. Almalexia's Mercy. May as well get that. Cheap restore health. Ooh, a pearl. Didn't spawn anything in? Okay. Let's get this diving helmet active too. Anything else down here? Don't think so. I think there's another dreg down this way. Oh yeah. Fucking A. There we are. And Dregwax actually has Fortify Strength baked into it. As the #1 effect. It seems like there's nothing much down here. Certainly nobody doing like abolition work. No? Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine. Okay, let's swim back out. There we go. Okay. Well, shoot. I guess we've cleared out pretty much everything in Darvonis. I'm not sure where there would be these people at night. True enough, it could be way further out from where we are. Right there, it wasn't terribly specific, just that they kind of existed out here somewhere. Right. I'm not sure if there's any type of formal quest that could lead us to it. But there might be. Okay. I'll take one quick look over here and see if there's like a cave door or anything like that. Goes inward. Okay. No, I think we're fine. Oh, here's a crab. One that we've slain. Let's deal with this cliff racer. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, I think maybe we'll call it here for now. I would say we've cleared out Darvonis for the most part. You know, there may be another quest that leads us back here in some other fashion. Or maybe we'll happen upon the abolitionists out here somewhere. Could really be anywhere, though. However, I think when next we return, we'll head southward, right? Maybe we will go back to Elmasthur and do the temple stuff. Maybe there will be some quest tied into Darvonis. Maybe that's entirely within the realm of possibility. Either way, people say that it is meant to be quite good. So yeah, I think maybe we'll backtrack a bit before we head further eastward into the older stuff, you know? Alright. However, as per usual, if you'd like to stick around, we will be doing a little bit of reading. And what are we reading this time? Well, let me see what I wrote down here. I think we have 2 more that I've written down ahead of time. Okay, looks like the first scroll of Bondar. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it's a bit of a longer one. Okay. Well, if you'll excuse me, I am going to take a quick drink here. Apologies. Alright, sorry about that. The first scroll of Bondar by Arkan. What follows is a translation of the first fragment from a series of vellum scrolls found in 3 alabaster jars sealed in a cave. The discoverer was a nomad wanderer, somewhere on the shores of Lake Vreed in the province of Elsewhere. I can neither vouch for nor deny its authenticity or veracity, only that the scrolls, as such, do exist. Read and judge for yourself. Bondar, the legend, thief, warlock, shadow master, ruthless assassin, undying avenger, dark god, robber baron, mastermind of nefarious plots. All these things and more are the legendary Bondar, he who is called the Bandit God. But what is the truth? Bondar, the man, is a much more simple and complex being. I pen this tale as I slowly die of old age and a mortifying arrow wound. I cannot decide if the truth will add to or subtract from the legend that is Bondar, nor if the original Bondar would want the truth to be known. Therefore, I will leave this tale hidden when I am done and gone, and let fate, which was ever Bondar's true master and motivator, decide. I was a child of 12 seasons when I first met Bondar, orphan of a slaver raid during one of the many interprovincial border wars, living by my quick wits, nimble fingers, and the grace of Lady Luck in the back alleys and byways of my birth city. I had just liberated a loaf of bread and a few small apples from a local street vendor in the bazaar on the edge of the city near the tumbled outer wall, and had withdrawn down on an ill-lit alley to feast on my bounty when I was beset by an older band of my ilk. The older and lazier variety, which were wont to engage in the easier and less dangerous art of stealing from the stealers. There were 5 of the bully boys who had decided they were more deserving of my booty than I, and they were beating me half to death with staves in between bites and laughter at the time. Lying on the ground, curled up into as tight a ball as I could manage, trying to protect my head and groin, I heard a quiet voice ask if they were not more suited to go down to the wharf and take food from your brother rats, or would you care to try your tricks on a game a bit more your size and number? Since my companions had become otherwise engaged with the newcomer, and had for the nonce ceased thumping, kicking, and cuffing at me, I looked up to see a dark shadow of boots, cloak, and chainmail hood leaning against the wall at the end of the alleyway. The others, being what they were, took this as a challenge to their manhood, and easy prey to their superior number with a promise of coin of the realm as added reward, else the first part would have been overlooked. The leader of my band of playmates suggested that the stranger take a leap off the mentioned wharf, unless he wished to join me there when they were done with their evening meal. Having drawn chuckles and courage from his underlings, he then proceeded forward with staff at high port. I'm not quite sure what exactly followed, but within a short space of time, lead bully was lying in the dirt with a thrown dagger in his chest. Number 2 bully had lost 3 teeth to a boot. I still carry them in a leather pouch as a keepsake. And number 3 bully was brought short by his own staff, applied forcefully up between his toes, the 2 big ones. Bullies 4 and 5 thought better of the entertainment and departed rapidly for parts unknown. Bondar picked me up, dusted me off, and dragged me round to a near tavern, where we shared a meal and a mug. I attempted to thank him for saving my life. How can I ever repay this favor, I asked. His reply was short, to the point, and has ever driven my actions in life ever since. The proper way to repay a favor is not to pass it on instead. Things having not progressed well along the lines of health, wealth, and welfare for me until that point in my life, came upon a sudden change that night. I later learned that, with many other things, that Bardan had decided to take a direct and immediate interest in me, because my situation reminded him very much of the bad start his own life had taken, and the odds he had faced to survive it. On that night, he took me under his wing as a kind of apprentice. He saw to it that I learned weaponcraft and stealth, that I learned to read and write. He took me along when he traveled for the next year. I served as messenger, valet, pack mule, lookout, cook, many things. I saw other towns, cities, races, provinces, and broadened my view of and knowledge of the world far beyond belief. He taught me both morals and cold-hearted ruthlessness, and when and how to apply each as the ethics of the situation required. At the end of the year, he gave me good dagger and decent horse, the 3 teeth, and leave, nay command, to make my own way in the world from that day forward. But to remember all I had given, and to attempt to pass such a gift I had been given, and to attempt to pass such a gift to another, and where I should find need and opportunity. To another when and where I should find need and opportunity. That I have done several times, as I assume he has also, and as I hope my various charges have after me, and they theirs. Thus has the legendary Bondar been seen time and again in various lands of our world, at numerous and the same times. Again, in various lands of our world at numerous and the same times in days of need. Thus also is the description so very hard to obtain and track, for in truth there have been and continue to be many Bondars in the world. The most valuable lesson he ever taught me was that for evil to triumph required not so much that many bad men do wrong, as for one man to fail to do what was right. We only hope that our combined and concatenated efforts have produced enough single men and women that will not fail to do the right thing, regardless of current local morals, laws, religion, creed, or lure of coin of the realm. The legend grows still, of the dark avenging blade on the wings of the night that make no sound, the patron saint of the lone wolf, the 1,000 eyes and ears, the 100 arms, disrespectful of time or distance, undying, master of disguise, man of 1,000 faces, shapes, and sizes, gentle, rough-edged, gay, stern, all the mystery of the man unknown and undying. Not a single man nor god at all, but a string of seeds sown upon the land and left to grow into a forest. How to reconcile this truth with the tales of cruelty and the gangs of bondars or bandits? Some are jealous thieves, some are jealous thieves who take the name only for the cloak of mystery and hope of hiding in its shadow. Others are tales twisted to reverse by those justly served by bondars unfettered by technicalities of law and custom. Some are backsliders, drawn of the true path by temptation and returning to their old ways. Many are the things that any one bondar cannot answer for, as others did the deeds in the same name. Some are tales of fishwives, made up to scare the children into doing what is wanted. Some are left as part of the mystery that is both cloak and shield to the hidden purposes. A case where the fear of the tales serves to save the need of arms or action. But by and large, the true bondar is a string of beings caught to act upon what they believe in, and stand to take the yoke of their needed action upon their own shoulders. Don't fight if you can avoid blood or war, but if you must make war, do so with all your heart and might. Leave it at threats if threats be enough, but never make threats you are unwilling to carry to conclusion if required. Use all the arts at hand, but ever keep the true purpose in mind. Stand tall, but never forget how to bend your knee to help another. Note: the rest of the scrolls are tales and tellings of various parts of the legend. Some are passed from bard to bard, some as the true tales underlying the ballads. These fragments are still to be translated and debated. This fragment, however, contains the kernel of the revelation and the true source of the questions surrounding the Bondar legend. What say you, reader? For myself, I do not know. But God, or unrelated string of linked souls as laid out here, I do know that Bondar is a force in our land and lives, and one that gives hope to many that need it, and pause to many I despise. Archon, Scribe of Daggerfall, in the year Second Era 24. Okay. I wonder if this is something that got pulled over from ESO, right? Second Era? A fun read nonetheless, but maybe a little too much exposition than is needed, right? Yeah, like this part here, where it says like, oh yeah, where it goes maybe a little too deep into clarifying exactly what's up with Bondar and saying like, yeah, it could be anyone. What of the bad cases? Well, those are people who decide to use the name in such a way, or decide to use it to scare people, whatever. I feel like that's unnecessary. I feel like the vast majority of readers will understand that, especially in like Elder Scrolls lore. I mean, this isn't too far of a tale from like the Grey Fox, right? Bondar, in the way in which the Grey Fox is utilized as, I don't know, as like a mythologized being. You could do it in that way. I guess when it comes to the Grey Fox, it's a little bit more literal. Right? There's more actual physical power involved. Or metaphysical power, I suppose. And also, a surprising amount of quotes used here attributed to Bondar, and I guess the writer, Archon, that are like slight twists of real life stuff, Okay. Of real life, like, famous quotes. Alright, very, very peculiar. Like I said, anytime I see something second era, I can't help but wonder if it's a holdover from ESO. You know? Alright, well, like I said, apologies. Just Morrowind Mondays for today, for tonight. Like I said, feeling a bit tired. It was a holiday here in the United States. Anyway, when next we return, we will probably backtrack to Elmisthur, because so many people recommended that I go there. So many people said that I would very likely enjoy the Tribunal Temple arc there. So, why not? Why not? Alright, until next time, please take care of each other.